Leading our countdown is Enshrouded, a voxel-based survival action RPG that combines building mechanics with challenging combat in a fantasy setting. The game drops you into the world of Embervale, where a corrupting fog called the Shroud has consumed most of civilization. What sets Enshrouded apart is its dual nature of safe exploration in cleared areas versus timed ventures into the deadly fog, where visibility drops and powerful enemies lurk. The building system offers incredible freedom, with terraforming tools letting you shape the landscape to your vision. Combat feels responsive, with dodging, blocking, and skill trees that let you specialize in magic, melee, or ranged playstyles. The world design encourages vertical exploration, with grappling hooks and gliders, making traversal exciting. Cooperative multiplayer supports up to 16 players working together to build sprawling bases and tackle difficult dungeons. Regular updates continue expanding content, with new biomes, enemies, and crafting recipes, keeping the experience fresh for returning players. At number 2 sits Palworld, the controversial creature-collecting survival game that became a massive phenomenon upon release. You capture and deploy pals, which are creatures with various abilities that help with combat, crafting, farming, and base automation. The juxtaposition of cute creatures performing industrial labor or wielding firearms creates a unique tone that separates it from traditional monster collecting games. Base building involves assigning pals to specific tasks, like mining, watering crops, or manufacturing items, creating an automated production chain. Combat can be approached through direct gunplay or commanding your pals to fight alongside you with their elemental abilities. The open world is vast, with distinct biomes, each housing different PAL species and environmental challenges. Multiplayer servers support up to 32 players, enabling large-scale PvP raids and cooperative base building. The progression system keeps you engaged through technology unlocks and breeding mechanics that let you create PALs with optimal stats and ability combinations for specific roles. Third on our list, V Rising transforms the survival genre by putting you in control of a vampire building their dark empire. Rising from centuries of slumber, you must gather resources while avoiding sunlight, which rapidly drains your health, forcing strategic time management. The blood system requires you to feed on different creature types to gain temporary buffs and abilities that enhance specific playstyles. Combat blends hack-and-slash mechanics with spellcasting as you unlock vampire powers by defeating powerful bosses scattered across the map. Castle building goes beyond simple shelter construction, letting you create Gothic fortresses with servant quarters, blood fountains, and crafting stations. The PvP servers add territorial warfare, where vampire clans compete for control of resource-rich regions. Servants can be charmed and sent on missions to gather materials, while you focus on exploration and combat. The progression feels meaningful as you evolve from a weak fledgling into a powerful vampire lord, commanding armies of the undead and dominating the landscape with your dark influence. Coming in at number 4, Nightingale positions itself as a gas lamp fantasy survival game with a focus on realm-hopping exploration. You traverse different procedurally generated realms through magical portals, with each world offering unique environmental conditions and resources. The realm card system lets you customize world generation by combining cards that affect difficulty, biomes, and special modifiers, creating tailored experiences. Crafting emphasizes Victorian-era aesthetics with intricate tools, weapons, and architectural pieces reflecting the gas lamp fantasy setting. Combat against fey creatures requires preparation and strategy, as enemies have specific weaknesses you must exploit. The respite system serves as your main base, where you establish permanent structures, while temporary camps in other realms provide staging points. Multiplayer allows parties of up to 6 players to explore realms together, sharing resources and construction duties. The umbrella serves as both a gliding tool and shield, adding a signature traversal mechanic. Environmental storytelling reveals the lore behind the Shattered Realms and the mysterious force that fractured reality across infinite dimensions. At the halfway mark sits The Forest, the survival horror classic that still holds up remarkably well years after release. A plane crash strands you on a mysterious peninsula inhabited by cannibalistic mutants who took your son during the crash. The day-night cycle creates distinct gameplay loops where daylight hours focus on gathering resources and building defenses, while nights bring terrifying enemy attacks. The building system impressively allows both preset structures and freeform construction, with structural integrity affecting stability. enemy AI is genuinely unsettling, as mutants observe you from distance, retreat when outmatched, and coordinate group attacks on your base. Cave exploration provides story progression and valuable loot, but requires nerve as the underground systems are dark, confusing, and filled with the most dangerous enemies. Crafting feels intuitive, with the combination system letting you upgrade weapons and create useful survival tools. The story can be pursued at your own pace, or ignored entirely in favor of pure survival gameplay, making it accessible to different player preferences. Sixth up is Sons of the Forest, the sequel that expands on everything that made the original great while introducing new mechanics and enemies. Tasked with finding a missing billionaire on a remote island, you quickly discover mutant hordes and something far worse lurking in the depths. Kelvin, your AI companion, can be assigned tasks like gathering resources or building structures, helping alleviate tedious grinding. The new season system affects weather, enemy behavior, and resource availability, forcing you to adapt strategies throughout the year. Building improvements allow more creative freedom with support beams, furniture, and defensive structures that feel more realistic. 3D printer technology lets you craft advanced items once you find the necessary blueprints, adding a unique progression element. Enemy variety has increased significantly, with new mutant types that require different combat approaches to defeat effectively. The graphics showcase impressive environmental detail and lighting effects that enhance both the beauty and horror of the island. The story maintains the mysterious tone, with disturbing discoveries hinting at dark experiments and dimensional horrors beneath the surface. Lucky number 7 brings us Rust, the unforgiving multiplayer survival game where other players are often more dangerous than the environment. Spawning naked on a beach with only a rock, you must gather resources, craft tools, and build shelter before nightfall or hostile players find you. Full loot PvP means death results in losing everything you carry, incentivizing careful risk assessment before venturing far from base. Base raiding forms a core part of the endgame, as groups accumulate explosives to breach rival fortifications and steal their loot. The blueprint system requires finding or researching items before you can craft them, adding progression beyond just gathering materials. Monuments scattered across the map contain valuable loot, but attract both NPCs and players, creating high-risk, high-reward scenarios. Electricity and automation systems let advanced players create complex bases with traps, turrets, and quality-of-life improvements. Wipe cycles reset servers periodically, ensuring new players can join without facing unsurmountable gear disadvantages. The social dynamics create emergent gameplay through alliances, betrayals, and territorial disputes that make every server unique. 8th on the countdown, Ark Survival Ascended reimagines the original Ark experience with Unreal Engine 5 technology, delivering stunning visuals. You awaken on a mysterious island filled with dinosaurs and other prehistoric creatures that can be tamed and ridden. The taming process varies by creature, with some requiring knockout and feeding, while others need passive approaches or special items. Base building scales from simple thatch huts to massive metal fortresses with automated defenses and creature housing. Breeding mechanics let you create dinosaurs with superior stats and mutations, encouraging long-term genetic projects. The progression system moves from primitive tools through firearms and eventually advanced technology like electrical generators and cryopods. Boss fights require preparation and strong tamed creatures, providing endgame challenges that demand coordination in multiplayer. The various maps each offer unique biomes, creatures, and environmental hazards, keeping exploration interesting across hundreds of hours. PvP servers feature intense tribal warfare, where alliances form and crumble as factions compete for alpha status and map control. In number 9, Valheim brings Norse mythology-inspired survival to a procedurally generated purgatory realm. Playing as a fallen Viking, you must prove your worth to enter Valhalla by defeating ancient evils scattered across the 10th world. The sailing mechanics feel fantastic as you navigate oceans between biomes, with wind direction affecting speed and maneuverability. Biome progression gates advancement, as each region requires better equipment to survive its environmental hazards and tougher enemies. Building uses a satisfying physics-based system where structural integrity matters and creative designs are rewarded with stable constructions. Boss fights serve as major milestones, granting new abilities and unlocking subsequent biome access, creating clear progression goals.
The comfort system encourages building proper homes with furniture and fireplaces that provide resting bonuses, boosting health and stamina regeneration. Cooperative multiplayer supports up to 10 players, making base building and boss fights manageable while maintaining challenge. The low-poly art style gives the game a distinct aesthetic that ages well while keeping performance smooth, even on modest hardware. Rounding out our top 10, Green Hell delivers realistic survival in the unforgiving Amazon rainforest, where knowledge is as important as resources. A mysterious radio message from your wife draws you deep into the jungle, where tribal threats and psychological horror await. The body inspection system requires checking yourself for leeches, wounds, and parasites that must be treated properly or they worsen over time. Nutrition management goes beyond simple hunger meters, as you must balance proteins, carbs, fats, and hydration to maintain optimal health. Crafting emphasizes realistic combinations, where experimentation and logic help you discover recipes without external guides. The sanity system affects perception, as hallucinations and paranoia set in from isolation, infection, or consuming unknown substances. Story mode provides a narrative-driven experience with voice acting and plot twists, while survival mode offers pure challenge without scripted events. Native tribes present both danger and intrigue as you uncover the dark history connecting them to your wife's disappearance. The learning curve is steep but rewarding, as mastering the jungle's dangers transforms you from helpless victim to capable survivor.